Greetings, Keishlings. Keish Prime here with my live reaction of One Piece, Chapter 1125. This is either the Egghead wrap-up, like bridging little arc thing, or the start of that, or the first chapter of Elbath. I mean, they're obviously not going to be there right away, but, we'll see. What constitutes death? Okay, I'm immediately starting to think that has something to do with our big brain scientist. Oh, God. I mean, technically, if his brain survives and all of them were just split copies of it, it makes sense. I didn't conceive the notion until now, but yeah, you could just essentially make all them again, right? Fuck York this time around, but let's see here. So, oh, the guy, the builder, they're like building up a new castle. Cool. Let's see here. Oni Child Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage. Odin's castle to be rebuilt, but Minatomo, the carpenter, is missing. What? He's missing? My God. Also, just to see how big Yamato is to, like, average people is still crazy. Anyway, what's next for the Marines still left standing? Load the Seraphim as soon as they're charged. As for the weaponized Sea Beast and Mark III Pacifistas, oi, Rob Lucci, Kaku. Wait, where's Stussy? Killed in action. So they've arrived on one of the ships. We obtained everything. We set out for... with York, Punk Records and the power station in hand. So they got York? Oh, crap. We have secure access to the Eternal Mother Flame. That result would have been more than adequate. But we had one critical hiccup. We're terribly sorry, sir. So, oh my God, all of the vice admirals are having to come in front of him. It is a disgrace that we failed to capture Jewelry Bonnie and the Straw Hat crew, even with our Grand Buster Call fleet. And 9 of us vice admirals couldn't get the job done. Please give us leave to pursue them to Elbath. No, forget Elbath. The failure to which I refer to is far more dire. Allowing Vegapunk's message to play was an unexpected disaster. Not to mention that Iron Giant surfaced to aid in the pirates' escape. It's well, I can't say this word. It's ironic, really. Roughly 200 years ago. He is not telling them this because they won't believe that he's been alive that long. Actually, to be honest, have their faces really ever... Is that actually how they've been keeping themselves somewhat secret? Like, their names are literally titles, and no one up to a certain point in the military, hierarchy have ever gotten to really see their faces. Because, because, like, these dudes are old. So then, like, say you were a young Marine, you happen to meet them when you first joined up, say, at 18 years old. And then you're, like, 85 and, you've retired and everything. And you, like, go for a ceremony because of your service. You're going to get an award. And then you're presented the award by this old fucker when you were 18. It's like, how the hell are you still alive? Actually, wait a minute. My grandfather, who served in the Navy, also said the same thing. The fuck's going on? Kind of thing. So yeah, I'm wondering if that's part of it. It makes a lot more sense. Less questions are asked. Roughly 200 years ago. But St. Saturn, we've already received orders to scrap it. I will take responsibility should this be uncovered. Now do as I bid and study it thoroughly. Really? So is this where they got like some of the starting knowledge of robots. This is the future. I'm certain it will ultimately prove to be a great asset to our military might. So they had scientists back then studying it. Thank you for the opportunity. Oh, they're a bunch of old folks, too. It would have been a shame to junk such an exciting specimen. It remained dormant for 200 years, and yet it clearly moved to protect Straw Hat Luffy. Saint Saturn, as a humble and loyal soldier of the government, I have one question weighing on my mind. You're about to die. You said allowing Vegapunk's message to get out was a failure. Does that imply that there's some truth behind his remarks? Saturn just stares at you and you... I said he was gonna die. Vice Admiral Doberman! Oh no, we lost... He just killed a puppy! We need a medic. Slap one of them awake. Vice Admiral. Yeah, they don't want questions. Inside the lab, huh? What's happening? York is still alive. Sky clouds? Oh my god, is that what saved you? Not good. They aren't stopping. Oh. Dang, the thing's like cracking at the top of the bottle. Why is the cloud factor going haywire? It must be Edison, that damn fool. He couldn't just roll over and die in the Fabro stratum, could he? Oh, she got a sniper rifle. Bingo. Wait, who are you? What? So she takes the shot and blows up the factory, I'm guessing. Damn it. I've been played. What? He's taking Punk Records. What? Who are you? So someone took Punk Records? The Holy Land of Marijola. What'd you mean? That dimwit Vegapunk can't be telling the truth. What is Akainu doing? He still hasn't done anything about Kuma's escape. Besides, the world sinking doesn't affect us. So the world nobles are saying this crap now? Okay, getting to hear from their perspective is a little interesting, I will admit. What is with these scraps? You buffoon of a chief, I ordered beef. I'm so terribly sorry, your worship. Our stocks have dwindled. Why did you serve me fish? This is unheard of. Wait, didn't we find out that they stole from, I forget who it was that stole from their food coffers? This food issue has gone too far. I not only missed a meal yesterday, I wasn't allowed any snacks. Unacceptable. Treated like a common street rat. Is there a famine? Will we starve? We must sentence whoever's responsible to death. Yeah, that'll solve the problem. No, that's not enough. The negligent scum responsible should be tortured for their mismanagement. They're worried about food when the fucking world could be ending. And considering most of their food probably doesn't even come from the Red Line, you know, it makes sense that they should be worried when the floodwaters rise and then there's less land, less people to cultivate that land, which means less food in your guts, you fat folks. Let's see here. The Room of Authority. Garling, what do you think you're doing here? So he's entered. New orders have been bestowed upon me. What? New orders from whom? He got them from Eam. What are you saying, Garling? Tread lightly. You forget yourself. So they're all surprised. The Vegapunk known as York shall henceforth be under my purview, as I was just named the new defense science warrior god. What? Oh my god. Saturn's gonna die. He failed. Eam wasn't happy about it. Don't tell me. The world is heading for turmoil. An unprecedented level of rebellion is imminent. Let us work together to better the world, my fellow elders. 5 elder planets. Saint Figurlan Garland, defense science warrior god. He got a promotion. So maybe that's what he was talking about. It's like, that is the bigger failure here. Egghead, the island of the future. St. Saturn, sir. Ah, what's happening to him? Oh my god. Oh shit. He's literally being killed from afar. So what, are his powers going to be transferred to Garland? Is he going to become, the spider demon? Or is he going to get a new form? Where are those medics? Hurry, we need them, St. Saturn. So, Doll's in the room. I didn't think I saw her before. What's going on? He's one of the world's overseers. We can't let anything happen to him. He just keeps screaming in agony. Is it some sort of disease? St. Saturn, tell us, what should we do? He's like literally melting in front of you. That is not a disease. That is something else. Also, they live in a world with like superpowers and magic and shit. You would think you would be able to tell that this is not like man-made. At least that we're aware of. No, it can't be. I'm being replaced. What the? Saturn. Joy Boy was behind that escape, and you allowed it to happen. Im-sama? Have mercy. How could I anticipate that power foiling me? Imu-sama. Everyone's just blasted away by it. Oh god, he's just a skeleton now. Okay. A skeleton? So, that was probably all would have been left of him normally, huh? Looks like we weren't able to move the Labostratum too. That traitor York got in the way. Wait, they're still alive? The signal reaches across the globe, so she'll still be able to connect. But that's better than handing her the whole thing on a silver platter, ain't it? So, somehow they stole it? Until the day all of humanity can access our brain, we have to keep it safe. It'll probably be at least 500 years. I assume you used a roaming cloud. We got it, or you got it, but the whole world will reckon us Vegapunks are 6 feet under. So it ain't like we can leisurely tour the world right now. True, and with no funds or resources, we can't keep inventing either. We'll just have to leave that to our partners. Wait. Oh my god, they've slapdashed a body together. Okay, it looks like Pythagoras' right arm. Then you have Atlas's left arm. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Shaka's body and legs. And then you have Edison's head. How do I look? Absolutely bonkers. That's the happiest we've ever seen, Atlas. I see you always admired my lovely proportions, huh? Shut up, you knucklehead. Let's toss York's spare parts out. Good thinking. They're creepy. So literally they could just recreate themselves. There's like it's showing a whole factory of them. Also, we're seeing what without hair and everything. I guess that's what Atlas looks like. Kind of a creepy dog doll. Alright. Huh. Do they just have like a spare parts factory? That's interesting. Wait a minute. The hell's that? Like, we see their heads, and some of them have the head and body combined. I see ones for York and Lilith, and I see the heads for Edison and Pythagoras and Shaka over here. But then there's these heads that are by the Edison ones that go further down the hallway. And is that a new design? Is that just part of Pythagoras' body? Or is there actually a seventh Vegapunk? Let's see here. Weather Theory, come in. Anyone there? This here is Vegapunk. Vegapunk, but I thought you were dead. Kamabaka Queendom, sorry. Oh my, how grisly. What's going to happen? Are we going to die? I don't want to die. No water's going to kill us. I can swim. To put it bluntly, none of us knew these details. Okay, so we're dealing with the revolutionaries now. The Void Century covered up a massive war, and that culminated in ancient weapon tech, plunging the world 200 meters deep into the ocean. Not only that, but this one who claims the One Piece will not only be crowned Pirate King, they'll likely get to wield that devastating power for themselves. We can't let that happen. What if it's Luffy? Luffy would do it. And I think you might allow it because who he's related to. But also he wouldn't use it in any horrific way. He'd probably just blow the frickin' Red Line to pieces, creating more islands or something like that. The world will sink. This explains why the first celestial dragons chose to live on the Red Line. It's the highest point on the planet. There's also Tequila Wolf, Vodka Wolf, Rum Wolf, and Bourbon Wolf. Wait, there's more. Oh my god. There's 4 of them. So they go to the 4 oceans. Okay. We only knew about tequila, though. Is that why we spent the last 700 years forcing slaves to build all those gigantic structures? All the pieces are falling into place. You took the words right out of my mouth. Mine too. Well, just your lips, your fat lips. Let's see here. Vegapunk, among those who heed their warning, many will act out of self-interest, not peace. We must hurry and achieve victory for our cause before the people of the world kill each other to secure habitable land. An era of chaos dawns. So this is essentially like the second pirate age, but a different kind of piracy. Land piracy. Actually, would this be the second time that that's happened? Because, I mean, technically the Lunarians lived on the Red Line from what we've learned so far. And, you know, so like King's people were like killed, experimented on, turned into slaves, all that kind of stuff. And maybe they eventually died out, except for King being the last of his kind. And then, yeah, that's where they lived. So that was a big land grab. And then, you know, we'll have it again, it seems like. But then you had the age of piracy right there in the middle somewhere. So it's like kind of funny. There's just these giant eras of people that are stealing shit. They're like the eras of stealing. Is it the great age of theft? I don't know. Robin Hood, yo. Except he's not robbing just from the rich and giving to the poor. He's also robbing from anyone and giving to myself. But, okay, so we got 2 big perspectives here. Like 3 major events occurred. We have the death of Saturn, which then instated his replacement, Garling, who was the captain of the guards of the Celestial Dragons. That is a big move. So that makes me kind of wonder how you become an elder. Like, they seemingly have been the same ones for 800 years. So this is a big shakeup for them. Furthering the confusion of the Marines, and they're like, wait, he died? So what is this going to mean? Like, none of them really knew what he looked like before. They don't understand any of things that are going on. Not really, except for maybe a select few. So, yeah. Then you've got the perspective of, excuse me, the perspective of the celestial dragons themselves. They're having food shortages. I'm pretty sure it's already been mentioned that the food had gotten stolen by someone. I want to say it was when they got Kuma out, that they stole from the food storage to feed the Revolutionary Army or something. That keeps tickling in the back of my brain. Confirm that for me, please. But yes, so they're running out of food. They're worried, which is going to probably cause a lot of problems for anybody. Like, they heard the message. They don't care about the flooding. They're like, hey, we live way up here. um, so that's its own thing. But those idiots, they don't realize that when, I already mentioned it, but like when the flood waters rise, there's going to be less land to cultivate. That people on the lower level are probably where all their food is coming from, because they sure as hell ain't dirtying their hands in the garden. So I don't see. They don't think of the big picture. I don't think they ever do. I think that's probably the biggest part of their whole character flaw. I say character because they're all basically the same. Um, I mean, you literally don't have to give them a name, a unique design, nothing. They're all the same, except for like a few key ones, which they tend to get killed off pretty quickly. So, status quo. Then you've got the next big perspective. The Vegapunks. They're alive. They know that they can't survive in this world the way that they had been before. They seem like they're teaming up with Varia, which then I imagine they might go back and join up with the revolutionaries. I'm not sure. I think that would be a big boon for them, because if they can reproduce the island cloud technology, team up with Bavaria, probably do that, give that to the revolutionaries, and then they have skyships. Oh my god. Like, obviously it could be a survival tactic for should the waters rise, but then it's also a form of transport, land, all this stuff. Defense, maybe, because, once you go up high enough, it's like, who the hell's going to be able to get you? But yeah, things like that I could definitely see happening. And then, let's see. Then we have the revolutionaries' perspective, which is they're worried about what this all means. People are going to start freaking out, panicking. They're going to land grab like crazy to try and secure themselves. Not so much as a whole, but just themselves, maybe their family, maybe some friends, something like that. It's going to be small scale because they don't know what's going to happen. Now, it makes you kind of wonder, how many points in the One Piece world are high enough to where this would even be beneficial? Like, there's going to be so much bloodshed for so little to gain. And that's what the revolutionaries are worried about. It's like the world is about to just become pure chaos, and if we can't like take over and kind of quell this before it becomes a problem, there's going to be big things to come that will just destroy the planet, and it won't just be the floodwaters. So yeah, the great era of chaos has begun. Ah, boy. But yeah, sorry about that ranting and raving there at the end. But hey, it's all part of the reaction and thought process, right? So, but anyway, let me know your own thoughts and opinions. Anything I misunderstood, please let me know down below. Um, Links down below for all my social media. Keep up with my contact or keep up with my contacts. No, don't do that. That sounds stupid. Anyway, keep up with my other content. Um, excuse me. I'm part of the One Punch Man podcast on Grim Reaper's channel, so go check that out. And as always, later days. And until next time, Quiche-lings. Woo! Things are about to get crazy up in here. Vegapunks are alive.